Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a fabulous weekend and are excited to just be sitting here talking, doing a story time video. And it kind of looks like I'm like one of those people that it's like, have a cocktail and let's hang out. Because it looks pretty, right? Like a cocktail. It's actually BPI's BCAA. It helps with muscle soreness and gives me a little energy. But yeah, grab, whatever you want. Grab food, grab coffee, make a cappuccino, do whatever you want, but grab something so that we're like all sitting here, hanging out, being all girly. Yesterday, I started my workout back up again. My dance teacher went to China, so I haven't been doing that class. Took her class yesterday, as I showed you guys on Snapchat, and I'm so beyond sore today. Like, I felt like I couldn't even get out of bed, so let's just get into it. I don't know how you start a story time video. I never film videos like this. I'd like to, but you gotta start somewhere. So yeah, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about everything you want to know, like all the juicy details and just everything you want to know about my move to LA. How am I affording living here? What do I think about living here? Why did I move across the country to live here? Like, just everything. We're just gonna dive into it today. So, I moved from New York, and by the way, my shirt says New York, and I totally did not, plan that, but it's kind of cute now that you think about it. But I moved from New York in June to live here in Los Angeles. I moved with my boyfriend and my dog. I felt so bad for my dog. By the way, we drove here because we wanted to get that full experience and see America, see everything and see how people live and see what it's like. Miss being in college and learning all the time. So, and I know Jared does as well, my boyfriend. So yeah, it was a nice learning experience, and that's how you grow and become like a well-rounded person. Put yourself in situations that you normally wouldn't. So it was very out of our comfort zones to drive across the country with not a huge plan or anything. We filled our car up with a ton of stuff, and then whatever we couldn't fit, we did ship. We didn't do any furniture or anything like that because shipping stuff from New York to California is extremely expensive, so we only took the things we needed. Anything I didn't need, I donated to a women's shelter, and I sold some stuff as well. So we sold our furniture, and then clothes, makeup, anything like that, we donated. So yeah, it was a nice it was a nice thing to do, declutter our furniture and stuff, but I felt really good when we dropped the stuff off and donated. It was a nice thing to do. So that's how I move my stuff here. I know that was a big question. And another big question is, why the hell did you do that? Why did you move? So the thing is, a lot of people thought it was super random, us moving here. And the thing is, maybe for Jared a little bit, sorry Jared, but not me. My dad is from California. Since my parents were divorced, I would spend some of the time with my mom and some of the time with my dad. And me and my brother would go to LA every summer since we were a little baby to our teenage years. And yeah, I fell in love with California, and at a very young age, I said, one day I will move there. And now at 25, I finally did. So my mom she cried when I moved, but she also said, it was super inspiring that I did something that I said I was going to do when I was little, and I actually did it. So yeah, I didn't have anybody pushing me here. I didn't have a job waiting for me here. I do YouTube for a living, so I know that was a big question, how are you affording rent and how are you doing this? I do YouTube, and my boyfriend has a job in sales, and we split the bills evenly. One thing I learned from having two single parents, actually, is that you need to take care of yourself at the end of the day. Don't you rely on a man. Don't you rely on your parents. Don't rely on anybody. You support you, and it feels better that way. And sometimes when I was younger, that really pissed me off when my mom would say that, but it's so true. Being a female, earning my own living, doing what makes me happy, priceless. There is nothing that can compare to that. And so we do split the bills evenly. I know people were asking, how do we afford rent? And sometimes people will ask me, do you work? And I don't know, it's kind of rude when someone says that because I work so hard. This is not an easy job to make it, I guess, and it's not an easy job to make money on. Anybody can make a video. Anybody can start a channel. You don't have to ask anyone's permission. You don't have to apply or anything like that. But not everyone can make a living doing it. So the people you see doing this as a living, they're working so hard behind the scenes. So yeah, and I've been doing this since 2014. So it's not like I just started putting up videos and bam, I'm doing this as a living. No, I've been doing this for a while now. So it's not like I just started and now I'm like making money. Like, no, it took a long time, and I've had other jobs since and just been having really good work ethic. Like, I've always had good work ethic, and so does my boyfriend. He's still working the same job that he was working at home, a sales job. So he's on East Coast time. He wakes up at 4:30 every single morning, never hits the snooze button, never takes a day off, works every single day, and even on the weekends, even when he doesn't have to be working, he's still talking to his clients and stuff like that. So, you know, we both have really good work ethic, so that's how we're supporting ourselves. It does help having someone to split the bills with and, you know, just to move here with. Like, it was hard. It was hard to leave our parents and our family and everything we knew, but I knew that, you know what, I was not happy in New York anymore. I just wasn't. Like, there was something in my body that just never felt right. And it's hard when you get to that point, especially when you don't know what's wrong. Like, my family's there and I'm obsessed with my family, and we're kind of like the big fat Greek wedding, except much smaller, in that they know your business, I know their business. Like, once you tell one person something in my family, like I could tell my grandma something and it had circulated all around. My uncle will be texting me, my brother, my mom, like, we're that family. Like, they're a little too close sometimes. So they know all about like things with me and Jared, and like we'll leave it at that. They're a little too close. Oh my god, so embarrassing. Okay, so anyways, it was hard because I had everything I needed there. You know, the support of my family, great friends. Like, I miss my friends so much, but something just wasn't right in my heart, as cheesy as that is. And I knew that it would upset me if I was 80 years old and I never lived to my childhood dream. Hey, you never moved to California. You just never did it because it was a little hard. You know, things were going to be tight. You know, times were going to be a little tough with the move. You know, so you just never did it. That would have killed me. Like, think about all the dreams and plans you had when you were in kindergarten and first grade and everything you want to do. Like, are you doing those things? And I was, but not all of them. Not my main dream to move to California. So yeah, I had to do it. Since being here, instead of me missing my family and feeling really homesick, me and Jared, and we both feel this way, so it's kind of funny, but we'll both say, oh, I wish our parents could move here. Like, that's my dream someday, that like my whole family moves here, at least my brother and sister. That would be amazing. But I would love my mom here. I would love my grandparents here. As far as saving goes, I know people were asking me, like, how long did it take to save? Me and Jared each saved for a year. A year is really not that long to move across the country and save for that, but we were both saving, so it's two people saving. We honestly saved the perfect amount. Like, we had enough to stay in hotels moving across the country, so we had enough for that, and we had enough for our first month's rent, last month's rent. I know people were wondering, like, am I renting or did I buy? Nope, I used a realtor and I rented. I didn't think it was like a good idea to move to a state, move across the country, and buy in an area that I don't know. You know, I wish we had saved for 2 years or even longer maybe, but we didn't. And, you know, we're still young-ish. I'm 25. He's 26, so we weren't making the kind of money that, like, we could just, you know, at 23 or 24. I moved out of my mom's house into my own apartment at 22. So things were always kind of like just making it, or like making it and saving a little, like not enough to move across the country. So, you know, we did only save for a year, but something my mom always says, and it's so true, is that you can never prepare for things enough. It's never the right time. You know, dreams don't work that way. They have to start, or I think at least, for you to really appreciate it, start with a little bit uncomfortable. You know, like when I moved in June 1st, I didn't have bedroom furniture. I just moved here and all of my savings went to first month's rent, last month's rent, which is a very expensive chunk of money to give all at once. Buying a bed, furnishing the living room, because that's where we were going to be the most. We thought it was wise to furnish the living room first and work our way from there. Now it's September, we're here, and I finally am furnishing my bedroom. I'm going to do a bedroom tour soon. And the first few nights we lived here, we slept on an air mattress on the floor. So it wasn't like super glamorous and everything went my way. No, things were a little uncomfortable, but that's when that forces you to work harder. You know, if everything's just handed to you, it's never gonna feel good, one. But two, like, you're never gonna need more, because why? Why would you need more if things are just given to you? Another thing I always get asked is it expensive to live in Los Angeles? And it's really going to depend on where you're living now compared to here. So I was living in New York. I've lived in the city before when I was going to college. Me and Jared both lived in New York City, and I loved it. I love living in cities, so that's another reason why I'm here. Last year, I was living outside the city, and whether you're living in Manhattan or outside the city, I don't care what anybody says. New York is an expensive state. Most people hear that just Manhattan is expensive. No, it's all expensive. Like, it's just an expensive state, and that's why you guys would always see me getting gas in New Jersey and going shopping in New Jersey, because there's no sales tax and gas is cheaper in Jersey. So a lot of people would always think, oh, you live in Jersey? And I'm like, nope, I live close to Jersey though, and I'm just cheap, and I try to save money by doing things in New Jersey. So moving here financially was no transition at all. Actually, certain things are even cheaper here. Not by much, and not like, oh my gosh, I can save so much. No, but like, you know, $1 here, $1 there. I mean, it all counts, right? So yeah, that kind of pretty much sums up why I moved to LA and how I'm liking it so far. It's amazing here. You know, I love it. Every day is a blessing. It really is. Every day I'm grateful. Every day I see people doing things and it just inspires me to work even harder. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that even if your goal isn't to move to LA, because that's not what this video is about. It's not to persuade anyone to move to California. It's to just explain why I did. But if there is a goal in anything, if there is anything you're trying to do in life, go for it. Honestly, even if your wallet's gonna have to be tight for a while, even if, you know, you're gonna have to sleep on an air mattress, who cares? Do it. Make it happen. It's people like that are, you know, living a little uncomfortable that do the greatest things with their life, because they have to. It's do or die. It's, you know, in order for me to survive here, I have to work harder. Just keep in mind, and don't forget this, that if there's something you want to do in life, there's a reason you want to do it. And that goes back to law of attraction. The things you're attracted to sometimes don't make sense. Sometimes they just don't. Whatever it is, like, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be like moving across the country, but whatever it is, if there's something that you have a natural attraction to, you have to go for it, because you don't know what's gonna blossom from that. You know, it's like a little plant in the dirt about to come out and blossom, and you don't even know. Take that and remember that you can create everything out of nothing. There was a time I had nothing. There was a time my family had nothing. There was a time my mom was about to lose her house. We had nothing. So when people say, oh, you just sit home and film videos, or you don't do anything, okay. It's your life at the end of the day. Don't let anybody discourage you from your career, your job, your goals, where you want to live, who you want to marry, what you want to do. You want to have kids before marriage? You don't want to have kids at all. Who cares? Follow your dreams. Make your little kindergarten self proud, you know? Do whatever you have to do. So, I love you guys so much. This video was so weird and random, right? I feel like laughing at myself. But anyways, have an awesome day, guys, and I'll see you guys soon.